morning, Mr. Ashish, and welcome to Schoolhype Spotlight. Schoolhype Spotlight wishes you a very happy birthday. We wish you a lot of success, joy, and happiness in your life. Now, let me introduce you to our viewers. Mr. Ashish Bhatnagar is an educationist, an administrator, a leader, a motivator, and a social activist. He is currently the principal of the Indian Public School, Erode, Tamil Nadu. Today on his birthday, we have him at Schoolhype Spotlight. Schoolhype Spotlight is an initiative to recognize, appreciate and acknowledge the contributions and achievements of all school leaders who have performed something noticeable and significant. Now, over to you, Mr. Ashish.
First of all, a big thank you to Schoolhype Spotlight. And also big thank you to Sinjan, who's been a very close friend for more than 20 years now. And thank you so much for your warm birthday greetings.
With varied experiences as a school leader in various countries in diverse geographies like China, Africa, Saudi Arabia, how do you compare the Indian schooling system with the rest?
When it comes to working in different countries around the world, across the globe. I worked in several countries, several parts of the world, with people from different, ethnic backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, religious backgrounds. And it has been a tremendous experience, especially when you are in teaching. It gives you an exposure to the real life, to the real culture of the places where you work. And I must tell you that I thoroughly enjoyed my teaching career in different parts of the world. Now, when it comes to your question of what is so different in the countries I have worked in from like the Indian schooling system, I would like to tell you that one big factor which exists here in India is there's a tremendous pressure on students, and that pressure is to achieve grades or those excellent grades or excellent results. This is not so in rest of the part of the world where I have worked, and this is something which I really feel that that puts the Indian students, in fact, in a league where they really get depressed, frustrated, anxious, nervous, and so on and so forth. So I think this is one big thing which I would like to highlight primarily today, is something which I just mentioned, the pressure under which the Indian students actually study.
So you have won many achievement awards like Education Icon Award, National Builders Award, Best Progressive Principal Award, Global Goodwill Ambassador, etc. So, what's your next goal as a school leader?
See, my end goal as a school leader is to reach out to the community, to reach out to the less privileged section of the society. And in fact, when I want to reach out, when I say I want to reach out, in fact, I want to reach out with my students, because since I'm working with the international schools, we are lucky to have the students who come from very well-off families, and I would like these students to actually work very closely with the people who come from the less privileged society. My end goal is certainly to work for the benefit of the society and the community where I come from. I want to give it back to them, and I already have my plans in place that how will I be helping them out, reaching out to them, to the rural areas of my native place, which is Udaipur. So we will certainly reach there, and that's what my goal or my objective would be. But I want my students actually to work towards it and to work for it.
You have been awarded for excellence in English language way back in 2017. So, what's your message to other school leaders in terms of focusing on English language for the benefit of the students?
Well, English language is undoubtedly the number one language when it comes to communication, especially if there is communication across the borders. So I feel English language is very important, and when it comes to like teaching English, when it comes to like how to make learning English more comfortable, we need to keep things very simple. I think any kind of language learning should come out naturally, and this is we need to provide an environment where any language learning becomes very natural for anyone. We are not stressing, we are not pressurizing on any kind of learning aspect of it. So I think one thing is that we can have more visual aids for learning. uh, Pictures and images, they are extremely helpful, especially like when it comes to the non-native speakers, like we all Indians, we are not native speakers of English. So visual aids play a very big role. Similarly, like the oral communication plays a very big role, and as I said, we should keep things very simple. We need to focus on these four aspects of any language learning, which is reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Now, in this, I feel when it comes to English language learning or any language learning, reading is the most important aspect, and this has been ignored very comfortably for many number of years. I'm glad, like a lot of international schools pay a lot of focus on reading skills, and they are doing it. But unfortunately, like the reading habits of the young children are not really that great these days. So we need to focus on reading, and trust me, like once you become a good reader, rest of the language skills they develop automatically. So that's what my message would be when it comes to English language learning.
You are a Rotarian who had been very socially as well. Can you please tell us about your social contribution so far?
See, I joined the Rotary Club while I was working in Africa, and that was my first time with Rotary, and I joined the Rotary Club of Boila, and we did a lot of numerous like projects in Malawi, and the one of the biggest projects that actually we did was along with Water Aid, and we worked in the rural community of Malawi, and we worked for a project worth $100,000, the US dollars, and that was to provide clean, hygienic water, drinking water, potable water to the rural people of Malawi. So that was under grants exchange, and we did that project very successfully. Apart from that, of course, we did a lot of fundraising for the central hospitals there, and so on and so forth. When I returned back to India, I continued and I joined the Rotary Club of Udaipur Heritage. And there also, like the Rotary Club Heritage has been involved deeply with all the charity work. While I was the secretary, we did a lot of work with the government schools where we built, developed the toilet blocks, again provided like clean, hygienic water to the students of the government schools, and so on and so forth. So there have been a lot of charity work where I've been engaged with or I've been involved with, but all mainly with the Rotary Club. I have my own foundation, and I'm working towards women empowerment, health awareness, and of course education as well. And recently we did some fundraising for another organization in Malawi, which is doing a fantastic groundwork, which is called My Community, My Responsibility. So I'm helping that organization as well. So like this is a little contribution from my side, something to give back to the society.
Schoolhype has been created with an objective to serve the schools with new means and methods of schooling and connecting with the necessary resources. Do you have any message for us?
Schoolhype, I must congratulate you for bringing in some noble and novel idea to the forefront of like connecting different school leaders and connecting them with the necessary resources, bringing them together on a platform. So I think you are doing a fantastic job. You've taken a great lead and a great initiative. I wish you all the very best, and I hope that we continue working together. And wherever required, my help, my assistance will always be available. And I wish you all, the team of School Hype, big success, grand success, and let's have some events, physical events together soon. Thank you so much. God bless you.
That's all for this edition. We will soon be back with more discussions and viewpoint. Again, wish you a very happy birthday and many returns of the day. Thank you so much and see you soon.